Hey there. If we look at every different culture in the world, we'll see an idea that there are special arts that you can practice, secret teachings that allow you to evolve your mind or have special supernatural effects and outcomes on the world around you. What if this whole idea of arcane, hidden knowledge that can be gained from a book, that can be bestowed and needs to be learnt, is a confused misunderstanding, a response to the ignorance of the world, which, though necessary at certain points, doesn't reflect the true nature of how things are. I would like you to cast your mind back to your childhood. I would invite you to consider how your awareness was unfolding when you were young. Can you remember those dreams you had of flying or of being in different places, which were so real, so very powerful and real that when you woke up, it was hard to distinguish the dream from the waking everyday existence? Do you recall how you used to have certain toys, little statues or stuffed animals that you gave duties? You gave them names and you put clothes on them, and you gave them the job of protecting you at night or looking after someone who was ill. Do you remember how much you put into that happening? How real it was? How you naturally tended towards it? Perhaps you can also recall times when you really wanted something. You really desired something so much that you would talk about it all the time. You would imagine it was there. You would act as if you already had that object or you were going to that place. It was probably so focused and so intent that people around you, they asked you to stop because this was all your mind was on. You can also think about other circumstances when you started to pick up on things which other people didn't fully understand. Maybe you can think of a stick which was really special that you took home and you wanted to keep, and it kept getting put out, but you knew there was something special about it. That stone, that object that was in your bedroom or under your bed that you just knew needed to be there. You can probably imagine times when you lay looking at the sky or at the stars or at the trees in the wind, and you drifted into a state of pure awareness without any thoughts. You can probably think about how you naturally exercised your imagination. Can you remember certain animals that you were sure you had a connection with, or that you learnt from? You could imitate their behaviour in some way and see the advantages of their kind of way of thinking or connect with how they were. All of this became increasingly discouraged as you got older. But can we see some reflection in what was naturally unfolding within you and the deeper mysteries? Perhaps we can see how these dreams of going forth from your body, these dreams of going to other places, could be the beginning of something very special, which is now cultivated deliberately in some paths. Perhaps just as the ancient Egyptians had statues with certain powers that they clothed, they gave duties, they fed every day, you knew how to do this. When you went into nature, you could sense what was important and what had its own strength already. Visualize a different world where all this had been understood by those around you. Imagine that if instead of forcibly moving your mind to material things and to other goals, if this had been cultivated skillfully. If as your awareness started to expand, you were given the chance to find the difference between those different things. If when you really desired something, those automatic incantations that started to happen, those imaginations that you came up with, just pretending that you had what you wanted, just making that imprint as if you knew it would happen if you wanted it enough. What if that could be channeled into the right way of doing things? Imagine if all these blessings have been cultivated within you rather than suppressed. So now we can see that in truth, all the wisdom, all the magic was unfolding, growing as a seed within you. And that your training now is a return to your real nature. The path is called life. The magic is with you. And yes, you can find some wisdom in others' words and others' teachings. But we must always remember we are growing a seed, and all we need to do is supply sunshine, the right soil, nutrients and water. Keep that environment stable and make sure that the growth is healthy. You were born to this art. It is your birthright. Always remember this. My name's Martin Folks, and I hope this video was of benefit to those walking the path, and that it will enable them to go back to their original adepthood and to feel comfortable and at home with their training. Until next time, let's make every word, thought and action count.